Hello, everyone. We are back. Your favourite football podcast and podcast in general, the Armchair podcast. Sorry we've been away for so long. Josh, you want to explain yourself?
It's not just me, mate. It's also you.
Yeah, but I'm doing a bit of a PR
I've been
thing.
asking this bloke to do a podcast for weeks, and he just keeps saying no.
So what happened was Josh's birthday. Well done, how old are you now? 29?
Yeah, 29 and 2 weeks.
No. For all the betting sponsors out there, Josh is just turned 25.
Yeah.
So 25. How does it feel to be 25? Halfway to 30?
Elated. I'm elated.
Yeah.
I cannot wait to get cracking on my mid-20s.
Yeah. Honestly, I tell you,
it's the beginning of the end.
Hear it from me, mate. Your mid-20s, best time of your life, honestly.
Yeah, that's what people say.
You don't think about your future. You don't have like a crisis. You haven't got loads of money. It's really good. You've got a lot to look forward to. You're not bowled. It's a really good time of your life.
I can't wait
really
to get
enjoy
started.
it.
Yeah. It's
and
big.
you just have to trust the process. That's all I'll say.
That's true.
So yeah, Josh's birthday, so we went out, so we couldn't do the podcast for that. And then, do you want to just quickly touch on Benidorm? Not football related, but we did go to Benidorm for a holiday
It was
because
massive.
we spent the earnings
day.
of the podcast on a trip to Benidorm, which was exactly, I think it's probably like £5.
Yeah. Where else can you see Eminem and Liam Gallagher?
In one night.
And someone else who, I don't know. Who was it else we saw? Someone else that was shit.
Matt Fisher.
Oh,
Shout
Matt
out
Fisher.
to him, he's an absolute
Shout out to
legend.
Matt Fisher. Shout out to Liam Gallagher tribute band and Eminem that also plays Ed Sheeran.
It is the entertainment capital of the world.
That's for sure.
It's one of the best places to go to just
Full stop.
experience everything, really. Culture, food.
Pleasure.
Pleasure, yeah. Just the ultimate. Yeah. Any standout moments for you?
I think it's summed up when you have a bloke that does Eminem and then Ed Sheeran and comes dressing as Eminem and then gets changed in the bathroom, comes out, Ed Sheeran halfway through just says, I don't really want to do this, basically.
So basically what we did was we went to watch Eminem, who wasn't the real Eminem, but he did sound exactly like him, and I really enjoyed that. And then the next night we thought, well, you know what, we'll go and watch Ed Sheeran. Anyway, the bloke comes on stage, he looks kind of familiar. And then I think he just gives up, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He just gives up and he's like,
I think
he
even
gives a shit about this. I think he'd had a few beers. And to be honest, no one really gives a shit about it.
No one did give a shit.
I think even if the real Ed Sheeran performed in front of people who wasn't a fan, they'd be like, oh, we don't really care.
No.
It was an Ed Sheeran tribute, which is even worse. So he's like, I give up. He took his wig off halfway through. And then I was like, what the fuck?
He's here!
It was fucking Eminem.
It was massive. But to be fair, we also watched some football when we were over there. Watched some FA Cup.
FA Cup action, exhilarating. Really good, actually.
Yeah, that was fun to watch. And then, back to the UK and back to fucking reality.
What was your favourite game in the FA Cup? I think mine was Sheffield United versus Mansfield.
Yeah, probably.
As we're from Mansfield, but
yeah.
obviously notably Arsenal fans, which is, that's why it's the
the
Armchair
FA Cup
podcast.
was a nice break, though, from the Premier League, to be honest. Because I don't actually enjoy watching our games anymore at all.
No.
I don't enjoy a single minute.
Well, it was dead good to watch Namwiri
Unless
play.
we win.
Namwiri play, because he doesn't really get a lot of minutes. It was nice to see, Eze. Those players who can actually create chances, and we'll get on to that, won't we, in this episode of the podcast. Jesus Christ.
But it was against Portsmouth, so...
Yeah, but what I just meant player profiles, though.
Yeah.
Like, we can express ourselves, There's not the pressure of getting 3 points. Teams don't sit back. Like, Portsmouth actually came at us to play a game.
Yeah, that's true.
So I guess that's a good segue onto... We'll talk about Arsenal first, seeing as we are Arsenal fans. I'm going to talk about all the other games in the Premier League, so you have to bear with us for the first section of this podcast. If you're not an Arsenal fan, just skip bloody forward, mate. Stop moaning. But you might enjoy this one, because I went to the game. So for once, I got off my fucking chair and I went to the game to watch Forest against
it was worth
Arsenal.
it.
And it was... Because I thought, obviously, we're going to batter Forest. And all the Forest fans, all our mates were saying, like, yeah, you're going to batter. I was like, it'll be really good for you to see Saka score a hat-trick, and that didn't even start.
But it was footballing...
heritage.
the Rory Jennings quote.
It was...
That was the true definition of a delectable medley of footballing splendor.
That's what I said when as soon as it got to 90 minutes, I turned around to my mate and I went...
It was sensational.
Genuinely.
It was, certainly. Going into the game, though, obviously because of the City result, I kind of thought...
Buzzing, weren't we?
Well, no, my initial thing was that I thought Forest would be difficult. And every person that I spoke to was like, no. And I just remember thinking, well,
But you got to forget that your level of ball knowledge is really superior to most
true to the
people.
average person.
Yeah, especially me.
Well, it's just because our record is so bad there, and
Yeah.
also I think maybe because Forest, West Ham just beat Spurs, which we'll also get onto.
And the players will know that. It's like our players definitely know before coming out. Forest players would have just heard because they literally, I think West Ham scored really quite late.
minute.
And honestly, I think Forest players were literally coming out of the tunnel at that point. So they might not have even knew. But
either way, they're in a relegation fight.
yeah,
They're
in a scrap
they're
for relegation.
What, 4 points off? So
Yeah, they're not
it's
far
pretty
off.
scary to say they were,
Scary
in
times.
going for top 4 last season. But I don't know. I just thought it was kind of going to be difficult. Every game is difficult, but if they got on a Deitch ball, low block, and I just felt like if we didn't score early, it's just going to be one of those games, and it kind of turned out that way.
Yeah, just about scoring early. I feel like a lot of our games follow a similar pattern in that you can sort of predict what's going to happen. We sort of pass it around the back and the middle of the park loads, fire it into the wing areas. If no one actually gets in to cut a ball in, they'll put a cross in. And then if not, it'll go back and we'll work it to the wings
I
again.
thought you were going to say that's going to go out for a corner.
Yes,
And then-
sorry.
and then,
yeah, and
yeah.
if we don't score from the corner, the exact thing happens again. But and basically what happens is if we don't score a corner, then in the first half, we're fucked.
See, I don't know the statistics because I don't do any research for this podcast. But if I
evident.
did,
That would be a good statistic.
yeah.
How many times have
is
we
our
had
first
to
goal
score
a set piece?
a set piece?
Yeah, for our first goal. I think it's quite a lot.
It must be.
And just from the top of the head, I mean, what was it? Even in the Carabao Cup, that was a set piece goal that opened it up.
But you could argue,
there's been quite a few.
You could argue
open
the
up the
reason
game.
why we're so good at them and the reason why we work on them so much is because a lot of teams have this problem. Like,
Yeah.
I know it's frustrating for us because we're fighting for the title and we expect to play this free-flowing football that we're used to and that other teams do play in the league, like Aston Villa. But as we've seen just now from Aston Villa losing at Everton, it's really difficult to break down a low block. And I think I'm actually glad we've got this set-piece threat because if we didn't have it, we'd be fucked.
We'd be about 7.
We would.
I think
Yeah.
it's a hard one because it's kind of like in football where when you're a worse team, teams come at you and obviously they expect to beat you. So then kind of you can, if you're good enough, you're going to get space on the counter attack and things like that. We don't get any of that really, like other than the odd breaks. And what's really frustrating is we'll get into the game and we'll just get into the game. But even when we have those moments, there aren't many of them that we have counter attacks and we have space, we don't even use it well. And that's what's really frustrating as well. So
And then, do you reckon that's because we're not used to it as well? In a way. Players are almost like, oh, fuck, I'm through.
Not really. I mean, it goes back to the last pod we did, which was we argued for about half an hour about this very thing.
Pod. I mean, I thought that was a shit pod.
I thought it was the worst pod we ever
That clip
did.
got 70k views on Instagram.
Yeah, it's because I was fucking raging.
Yeah, but people were more annoyed at me.
Yeah.
Even though I think that I was making... Well, it turns out you actually made better points because Gyökeres kind of picked up for... Some games he looks really good. Some games may be good, some games may be shit. We should have that on the soundboard. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's weird with him. I guess that's a lot of players, but...
I think the spotlight's on him like
Massively.
more than anyone else.
Yeah.
And that's why you have that impression that like, I mean, there's so many of our attackers that are like this right now.
It was so interesting seeing him in the flesh.
like Martinelli.
Yeah, well,
yeah,
it was
right. Talk about Gyökeres,
yeah, because obviously it's called Armchair podcast for a reason. We watch on TV a lot of the games, mostly on TV. We don't really go to the games. Josh, just before people fucking get really angry saying
There we
you're
go
not proper
again.
fans, Josh used to live right next to the Emirates and used to go to loads of games. So fuck off. And I've been on a stadium tour.
Well, I went to about 4 or 5 when I could.
Don't fucking. You have to lie. He
I'm
went
not
to like.
lying.
He went
Why
to
do I
like
have to lie?
18. I'm joking. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, no one gives a fuck.
But
anyway.
what I'm saying is, I am a proper fan, so fuck off. But basically, it's hard to get to games. But the one that I did go to, I was really excited to go. And it's really interesting to watch the players because it is different when you see them. I was sat near the tunnel and I was quite close to the pitch. And one of my frustrations with Gyökeres is not necessarily what he does on the ball because he doesn't really get it that often. It's his intensity or his perceived intensity. and I understand it's a different play to some strikers like Gabriel Jesus and Havertz. They seem to press a bit more and they seem to be a bit more mobile. But it did frustrate me at times, like the way he sort of meanders around the pitch. There's certain moments where I think, and maybe it's because I don't play football either, like 11 aside, but sometimes when you're watching, you think he could have got to that if he was a bit more alert. But maybe when you're on the pitch, it's as a player, you're like, I'm not even going to bother.
He does seem quite
But he
slow.
seems quite... It's not even slow. Like,
Slow
I reckon
to
he's got
react,
pace,
though,
but
that's what I mean.
he doesn't seem like he's in the game. Like, he seems like to me like he's already given up in a way, which is sad. Like, when he first came in, I remember him darting all over the place and being really intense. But I noticed up close and personal, that's the one thing that stood out to me. It's that, like, you know those second balls that Gabriel Jesus seem... And by the way, he's got his fucking problems. But the one thing he is good at is duels.
Yeah.
He seems to get stuck in... And I know sometimes that draws fouls and it's not good, but he's putting himself about... Gyökeres does not do that. He does not do that. He's not winning second, third balls.
That's what's kind of strange about him is that, like, he's... I don't really know what he is anymore. I don't know, like... I had an idea of who he was.
Flat track bully. That's what he's supposed to be.
Well, yeah, but even just as a player, like, I thought that he'd be... Maybe I just misunderstood him, but I thought that because of his size, his strength, that he'd be better at things like hold-up play. Like, not in terms of holding up the ball. I'm not saying like a Jesus style or even like a Havertz style where you can like touch it, lay it off it, because he's technically not that good. I just meant that I thought he'd be more physical as a presence, but like there were so many, like there were like 3 or 4 occasions, maybe even more in yesterday's game where the ball went up to him. There was a duel between him and a centre-back, and it just felt like he was, he did fuck all.
Yeah, you basically. Know who Gyökeres is? Gyökeres is Haaland on his annual sort of mid-season dry spell.
Yeah,
he's literally Haaland when he's on a, like, as in, I'm telling, like, but permanently.
Yeah.
He's Haaland when he's going through a bad patch, which is all he's good at is scoring goals. Pretty much. Like, he can do a bit of link-up play. He's an okay footballer, but he's not, like Roy Keane famously said, Haaland looks like a League 2 footballer when you watch him play football. He's not got techers, but when he's in the box, he's lethal. Doesn't have many touches. He's not necessarily as good as a hold-up striker play in terms of, like Mateta, he sort of links up the play, so he's not that good. Ollie Watkins, he's not one of those who's going to make so he's that type of striker, but he's just not scoring any goals. And I don't know. It's partly us though, isn't it? We don't give him a lot of chances.
I thought the moment for me, like, and this is another thing, it's just a spotlight, and he had one of them in this game, which was like when he ran through.
When he threw on goal?
Yeah. Well, he wasn't through on goal because Murillo was there the whole time. But he was running through. I think Murillo, in fairness, I think it's more that, and I'm not just saying this because I'm trying to defend Gyökeres, but I think it was more that Murillo did really 100%.
well. I obviously... Murillo is a fucking unit,
and he played brilliantly,
and that was half. It was half a chance. That I don't even think Haaland would have broke through.
But my point is like that's what I expected him to do. That is why I thought he would just shrug off, and maybe it's just because Murillo is a chunky bastard.
No, yeah,
like, he is a unit, so it doesn't look. But I thought that he would have the power to kind of get through there.
I genuinely think
at least get a shot off.
He did though. I think Gyökeres did quite well in that. I don't know what Gyökeres could have done more. I would have got it if he was through and then Murillo slide tackled him or something or got the ball. I would have been like, fucking hell, you're shit.
Yeah.
But he took the ball, 2 decent touches. I know they weren't the best, but then he got through and he got the corner. So for me, he didn't get a shot on target, but Murillo did slide in, and it was a last ditch slide tackle. So
I mean, we spoke about Gyökeres a lot, but I think. There were more issues, which I guess we'll get onto now. I think one of the things that I'm concerned about is, well, just to finish up on Gyökeres, actually, I'm interested for when we've seen bits of Jesus, who's been
lackluster.
I wouldn't say. I think he's had moments, and
one big moment.
You can see though that he's got. You can see what he brings, rather than with Gyökeres, like you say, if he doesn't score, you can't really see what
he's
Gyökeres
not useful.
Does. He's not really that. He's a bit of a passenger sometimes. Jesus obviously is always involved. Sometimes a bit too involved. Like he's always and that's the thing.
He drops too far deep.
He does sometimes.
He's not in the box.
So he's like the opposite.
He's the exact
Gyökeres.
opposite. Yeah.
And then you've got Havertz, which is who I'm very in. Well, is he? Because
I thought it'd be funny.
Yeah, true.
The way he sets it up though is like he's a mix of both. So you would say
no, he is. He is a bit, I guess. But like that's what I was trying to say. I'm interested for when he comes into the he's like a good. What's this? This is like GCSE science. Is he like an independent variable where you can change him out and then you can see, okay, is it Gyökeres or is it just our attack
Exactly.
being really shit?
And you see that with Jesus.
What's your
It is our-
theory?
Well,
Do you think if you bring Havertz in, we'll start scoring more goals?
Right. It's the attack, isn't it? I mean, let's be honest. I could say that Havertz is a better player than Gyökeres.
yeah, but what he'll
and he
bring
probably
to the attack,
is.
do you not think we'll get better?
I think, honestly, someone made a really good point. It's all about chemistry. I watched Ars
boiling,
Blogs.
Yeah, carry on.
I watched Ars Blogs' reaction to the game, like after the game, and he made a fantastic point. James McNicholas, shout out to you, you're a legend. Another fellow bold.
Years ago.
Goat.
Yeah, a bold gooner.
He said that, like, the reason why we've been so good in the past is because of these, like, connections you have as football players. And Gyökeres doesn't... the lineup pissed me off. I understand rotation, but the way Arteta rotates is so basic. It's like 2 wingers out, 2 wingers in.
Yeah.
He doesn't actually think about how to attack, how to set the attack up that complements each player properly.
I kind of agree, yeah. I do
Why
agree.
the fuck does Martinelli and Madueke, who are 2 like really direct wingers, he might have got it right. He might have thought Forest were going to set up differently. Maybe I think that's the reasoning why, and they were going to be a bit more, come out a bit more. But at the end of the day, I just think Gyökeres looks better with Trossard on the left.
Yeah. This looked like such Saka Trossard
Yeah,
game, didn't
and,
it?
hey, and let's be honest, Saka looks better when Ben White's playing. Gyökeres looks better when Ben White's playing.
I tell you what, credit to Ben White. He's just quick on it. He's been brilliant.
He's got really good.
Really
I tell you what, he's not as good a player as Timber, right? But what he's really good at is knowing where people are on the pitch.
What
and
I would
that's
say is
counts.
he's better in the final third than
He is.
Timber.
He's amazing
much better in the final third.
He knows.
He's
Like
so clever.
Gyökeres fucking loves him as well. So if you were a manager, I would look at that and go, I'm playing Ben White every game because if you're gonna play Gyökeres, play Ben White, play Trossard, play fucking Marino. He seems to get on with it. You need to play players that suit his game. And he just didn't.
But that's
he doesn't.
so you think, going back to the Havertz thing then, because he's got relationships, he'll be
Ødegaard is
better.
the main thing with Havertz. Havertz has got such a good relationship with Ødegaard. And I just think that we'll play, because Ødegaard is like a key, I think we'll just look better when Havertz comes in, because you'll see a change in the way Ødegaard plays and the way he finds Havertz, the way they link up. I also think he's got a really good relationship with Saka over the years. I think they know how they rotate and stuff. I think players are still working out Gyökeres, like the rotations and stuff. He's not as fluid, is he? He's more of a put the ball in and he'll score. So it is. I think we'll look like the old of Arsenal. Of course we will when Havertz comes in. So people will be reactionary when Havertz inevitably starts a game, because he will, or he'll come on for Gyökeres at half time or whatever, and you'll go, fucking hell, like this is the difference.
Well, I think Havertz. I mean, it's kind of funny because this is what Carragher literally said. I don't really like Carragher sometimes. He's all right. But he said
fucking love it.
They'll bring in a striker, and Havertz will play after 20 games or something.
To be honest, like I've not seen Havertz in person, but when I did see him, I was like, he's an impressive.
Well, I watched
specimen.
him his debut, the Community Shield against City, and he was really good.
He's an impressive specimen, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He's so
he's
tall.
a lovely specimen. Yeah,
he's
that's for sure.
The one thing
And
I
that
did notice
beard
is the
looks good.
tallest in the team by a mile. He's just a very like.
Yeah, he's got an odd
man.
build.
Yeah.
But I think the thing about Havertz is my theory is,
Go on. What is your theory?
it goes back to what we said about the attack, right? It's like the porridge thing. I'm going back to it because I thought it was quite clever.
Cold, or
yeah, like one's lumpy, one's a bit too warm.
That's such a good analogy.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's so good.
Really good. But we basically got 3 strikers, and none of them are like. This sounds really harsh, but you all know, we've not got a Thierry Henry, have we? We've not got a Harry Kane. We've not got an Aguero. We've not got a fucking Haaland. We've got 3 strikers that are good players in different ways,
Great
and some
players.
better than others, but they're not great strikers. And this summer was meant to be a summer where we bring in a great striker, and I worry that.
Do you really think though, like, if
isn't that?
Do you really think though, like, honestly, because going back to the point, is it the striker or is it the attack? I don't know. If we had Ekitike or we had Ollie Watkins, because they were probably the 2 options where we weren't going to get Isak if he was fit. Do you actually think that makes much of a difference?
I think Isak would. I think Isak would have struggled as well, because Isak, Newcastle played quite differently to us. Also, a lot of teams, especially big teams, will go at Newcastle. But Newcastle played a lot of counter-attacking stuff sometimes, but they're a bit more fluid, They have different ways of playing. And I think there was a lot more space for Isak. I think Isak.
He's a counter-attacking striker, isn't he? I think
he's
got. Like I thought, Isak's got amazing techers, but I think Ekitike coming in actually has been. Ekitike getting there before Isak has been Isak's worst nightmare.
But neither of them have. I mean, Ekitike's been pretty good.
He's great.
Yeah, but he's not like
lit the world up. But he's playing in a struggling Liverpool
No,
team.
I get that. And that's my point. That goes to my point is if you put one of them in,
but
if you plugged him in, I just think that because of the nature of our attack, they would still struggle because we're so
so that's the
poor
point,
at creating
it's
chances
the attack.
sometimes
it's
for
not,
our strikers.
It's how the manager sets up and it's the actual attack. And there's this point. Let's forget the strikers now. Even though last point on that, I think Ollie Watkins would have suited us better. Like would have been great for us. I know. Obviously, he's got an expiration date, but I think he would have suited us.
I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, move on. I don't know about Ollie Watkins.
Anyway,
I really don't know how
Ollie
good
Watkins.
he is. Sometimes I watch him, I think he looks world class. Sometimes I watch him, I think he looks crap. He's a bit mercurial. But anyway,
striker's just a hard position, isn't it, to play?
Yeah,
it's like, and I think gone are the days.
pressure's on you there,
Gone are
that's
the
why as
days
well.
now. And also, I think general overall point, the quality of the Premier League in terms of, and it will change over the years because the Premier League changes. But honestly, the Premier League now, and it's partly Arsenal's fault, but we're not the only team to do it or to adopt it. And Liverpool will inevitably adopt it because if not, they'll just fall by the wayside. They seem like they're one of the only teams left that play attacking football. Every team now is playing like fucking Stoke. Like these defensive, disgusting low to mid blocks, difficult to break down, long throws, set pieces. Like it is really boring now to watch football. Like the rotations, the passing, like everything's slow and methodical. There's not really a lot of free flowing football. That's why that derby was so good to watch against United and City. That was a fucking. And this is why Man City are doing really poorly this season because Arteta, and I'm sorry, not a lot of managers would not set up with that midfield. Rodri was the midfield. That was it, one player. You can't do that anymore. It's not fucking 2016 or fucking 2019. Like, you can't do that anymore in this league. Because you just get fucking cut open.
We'll get on to United. And
Sorry,
City
I just wanted to make that point.
I just think, just summing up Arsenal because...
Well, I was going to do the
we've not really spoken about
Odegaard thing.
Okay.
Because that's the main thing, I think.
Do you think?
Is that because the wingers...
A lot of people have been talking about Eze.
For me, wingers are interchangeable. Like, wingers... Like, Saka, apart from Saka, like, the rest of them, and
Madueke
Trossard...
has not really been on form,
yeah, of course. But let's be honest,
you know.
Our wingers are fine. Like, we've got our two best wingers, who are some of the best wingers in the league, Trossard and Saka. They start for us, guaranteed. And then if they're playing a bit bad, you put on Martinelli or Madueke.
Yeah, the wingers aren't
really an issue. That's not an issue. Yes, Martinelli misses chances and so does Madueke, but they're not as good as Trossard and Saka, so that's fine. They're just backups. The issue is the midfield, and particularly this Ødegaard or Eze. Ødegaard's a club captain. We knew this was going to happen. We spoke about it on the podcast, didn't we? They are two different players, but there's an argument to be had, like, do we play better when Eze's in the 10 or when Ødegaard's in the 10?
I don't think we play... in my opinion, I don't think we play any better with Eze at all. From what I've seen, I don't think we play better with Eze. What I do think Eze does is bring another threat. And right now, Ødegaard's not a threat, is he?
No.
So that's what I'm trying to say.
It's like lack of threat.
I actually think we play... In my opinion, this is what's also annoying, right? And it's quite frustrating. So I can see why Ødegaard... And I see why Arteta is persisting with Ødegaard right now and Eze is not playing. I think, we're looking at Eze now because he's the one not playing. If Eze had been playing, we'd be looking at Ødegaard and we'd be saying, I think he needs to come in. Because they're completely different players. That's the first thing. So you can't really... This is what's really strange about, Eze signing felt right as a feeling because he's, the history and he's also just a brilliant player. But when you look at his profile, you could have probably predicted, and I think we all did, where's he kind of going to play? And it's one of those reasons why we weren't really interested in him, that it wasn't going to happen until the Havertz thing, right? So what I find interesting is, I think when I've watched Eze, I actually think it's not just about, and I've seen a lot of stuff on Twitter and whatnot about how Arteta's obsessed with out of possession and we should play someone that's good in possession, but I don't think Eze's been that good in possession. No. We've watched quite a bit of him this season. I also think the fact that he's not been playing for a few games is not a crisis. He's played a big role in the season. I think we'll all remember when we think about the season, that hat-trick against Tottenham.
I also think as well, to be fair to him, like Gokras said, he's only just come into the squad. He's only been with the Arsenal for months.
But my point is, I just think he's not been good enough on the ball. And I don't know if he's just gelling, but his passing for me has been a bit off. I think sometimes he takes too many touches. I think he lost possession. I'm thinking about that. What game was
Aston
it?
Villa.
Yeah, and
Ever
maybe
since then,
another,
Arteta's benched
even in
him.
the Champions League games, I've seen him sometimes.
He's so what will do? But so Eze for
And it
me
is frustrating.
For Eze for me, he's a mercurial player. He's one of those players where he's like, he's not efficient and stuff, and like fluid, and he's not like really good at the ball on the ball, like as in like circulating the ball. Do you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But like when he gets it in the right areas, he makes things happen.
Yeah, that's it.
And that's what we are missing. But this is what pisses me off. Like, it's ultimately it comes down to the manager. I would look at Forest away, and it's a game that I think you can play Eze in the 10 there, because we're going to have the majority of the ball.
I agree.
If Forest break on us, we've got the defense. We've got Zubmendi and Rice behind him to clear it up. He's got this obsession with playing Ødegaard, and he's doing. I'm glad, because he had this obsession with running Saka to the ground. He's stopped doing that now. But the one game where I thought we've got a chance to go 9 points clear, let's actually go strong, and let's start with Saka, Trossard, and maybe you could even switch it up if one player comes out. It would be Eze, or like he did at West Ham. Remember that time when Ødegaard got injured? He actually played in midfield of Rice, Eze, and Ødegaard. We haven't seen that at all.
No.
Why is he? He's so cautious.
It's hard,
Arteta.
though.
He's too cautious as a manager,
The thing
and
is,
it might.
who do you-
We're looking
but
at
who
everyone
do you
else's
drop?
shit this
So
season.
you drop Ødegaard.
You drop Zubmendi and you rest him.
Why? Why is
Because you
Zubmendi?
rest him.
But Zubmendi's been one of our best players this season.
No, I get that, but we've got a squad, Josh.
But I
and I think against
Jacob,
Forest,
I genuinely
to
think
break down a low block.
I don't think we would have done. I don't think that would have done much.
Well, how come at the end then he chucked on Eze, Marino, Jesus? We had loads of attack. Like he went for it then, didn't he? Saka was
Yeah,
on.
and
Like,
we
I think he
didn't
got
score.
it wrong. I think tactically he got it wrong.
But what I'm saying is, it's just very difficult to score against low blocks.
It is,
It's really frustrating.
That's what we bought Eze for.
No, but my thing is like what I'm
Doesn't
trying to
make
say
sense.
is like I don't think you drop Zubmendi. I think you have to decide between is it. I don't know. I'm kind of the opinion is it an Eze game or is it an Ødegaard game? Because I think having Eze and Ødegaard, I don't know if that would work. I don't know. I really don't know.
He tried it once against West Ham and it seemed to be okay for the first bit until Ødegaard got injured. Then
I'd like to see Eze on the left
then
again,
Eze-
but Trossard's playing really well, so it's a bit hard.
Then
Why not
Eze
on
had
the
a
left?
run. No, listen, this is what happened though, because he started Eze, Ødegaard, and Rice in the midfield, and I thought, fucking hell, it's going to be our midfield potentially, but with Zubmendi rotating for Rice or Zubmendi occasionally coming in. But then
Why
now
not
he's-
Zubmendi?
No, Zubmendi's been great. I'm just
Okay,
in
all
games.
right.
You're not listening. Fucking hell, you're not listening to me now.
All right, sorry,
You're just
go
not
on.
though, are you? I'm
No,
talking about
all right.
against.
Yeah,
I'm
sorry,
talking
sorry.
about
All right.
away from home against teams that are, no offense, near the relegation zone, like fighting for their lives. They're not going to come at us, are they? They're just going to sit in a low block. So against West Ham, who were shit, yeah, he played Eze, Ødegaard, and Rice. And then we've got that amazing back line who've got so much pace to recover and get back. I mean, fucking hell, Man City only play with, like I was saying earlier, Rodri in that base, and then they have Bernardo Silva, and they have fucking Cherky or whoever at the side of him. So they play with that still in the midfield. It's like, I just think the reason we bought Eze is unpredictability and to break down low blocks and provide that spark, that bit of magic. He's got that connection with Saka as well, and he just fucking... Ever since he made that mistake against Villa, because I think Arteta is a terrorist, let's be honest, and he's all about, the margins and all this stuff and duels. Ever since he switched off for a second and Aston Villa, we lost that game, he's benched him. And it's just because he's a terrorist and it's just to prove a point. But the thing is, that's going to suck I just don't get it. It's like, they're going to make mistakes. Like, creative players are going to make mistakes. They're going to lose the ball. I think that's a sacrifice you have to make.
We're suffering from like
He hasn't got the balance
We're
right
suffering
there.
from like what's it fucking called?
PTSD.
The opposite of like it's basically when like a country gets too rich and,
Yeah.
and then you start have to like fucking it's a crisis. They've
But
got too
overall,
much.
like,
it's like the Spanish Empire had too much gold.
No,
and then
I
just
mean-
started fucking. We've got too many options right
but
now.
on balance, though.
But I said to you, this is what really annoyed me when we recorded. I said to you, our attack's a massive problem, and you obviously, I know you were probably just winding me up, but our attack is a huge issue, and also Arteta does not know his best 11. Both of those things are still true.
Yeah, but on balance, if you look at everything on balance, right, we're okay. We're in a good
obviously, we're
position.
7
And
points
honestly,
clear.
like
That's why we're not
away
raging,
away at the City Ground under Sean Dyche, I know they've been bad, but it was a fantastic performance from Forest. I'm not going to lie. The keeper was great. every set piece they dealt with very well. They didn't look nervy. They were good. They offered a threat on the counter-attack. Hudson-Odoi, when he came on, was really good. Like, they played really well. You just... And also, Martinelli missed a fucking sitter. Marino had a good chance. Saka header, that was a great save from Matt Sells on another day. Is offside to be out.
Sells had a really good game. So
at the end of the day, like,
listen,
it's a 0-0 away from home. So shut the fuck up also at the same time.
On the whole, it probably was a 1-0. And we're not even speaking about the penalty because I don't like talking about VAR. I think it was a handball from Aina. Did you see that?
At the end of the day, for me,
but it doesn't matter. No, I know. I agree. We weren't good enough.
We should have won the game.
But I'm just saying, it could have easily been 1-0 and we have a very different conversation. So I was frustrated. I think, but I'm still not I'm more frustrated about what we did against Liverpool and these big teams when I think we have the team, we have an 11 and we have a squad to be beating big teams. And I think so far this season against Liverpool and City, I've been frustrated with how we've approached those games. That's been the concern for me. So, anyway, I think we'll move on.
It's like I say, it's fucking first world problems, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. Like, but my point is like,
yes, we could be better. We could be 11 points clear, but at the end of the day, like.
But I said to you as well last week, not to say I'm a prophet or a genius, but I also said like it's not us that I'm not worried about City. I'm not. I think they are.
Well, we can't worry about anyone.
No, but I'm saying I'm not worried about City. I'm worried about us. We should be, if we did that...
9 points clear.
No, but we could be 12 points clear.
Yeah, I know.
We could be 12 points clear and you'd say the title's finished.
But on balance,
and we're not.
again, what I'm saying is, as well, like with league titles and with...
It's never that straightforward.
Yeah, no, but honestly, to win your first league title, though, honestly, like... I think it is a bit of squeaky bum. I don't think we're going to run away with it unless everyone's really bad, and it turns out they are. But it was always going to be squeaky bum.
Thank God.
And I'm just so glad that everyone else is fucking shit.
Right.
And that I think we'll just end with that.
Yeah.
We're in a good position, and I think, yes, Arteta could be better at some point, but you can say that about any fucking manager. I mean, look at fucking Emery tonight. He got it wrong, didn't he?
Well, it's a good segue on to City because
I mean, Pep got it wrong. Holy shit, what was that?
Yeah. I mean, what? So you think that was City not being good enough, or you think that was United playing well?
No, after watching that City game, I tell you now, against United, there is absolutely no chance, and you can clip this, that Man City win the league this year. They are absolutely fucking dog shit. Josh, honestly, do you watch the game?
No, I agree. I do agree. Yeah, I watched it.
It was absolutely fucking shit.
It was poor. Yeah, it was really bad.
That is the worst I've seen Man City play in ages. In a derby as well, it was terrible. They offered nothing. They didn't have a shot on target in the second half. Physicality, duels, they were wide open. They were wider than Bonnie Blue at the back. Honestly, it was fucking mental. They got sliced open. United scored 4 offside goals. Honestly, on a different day, that's 6-0. I'm not even joking. It was pathetic. It was pathetic.
He's not joking. It was. No, well... I'll tell you what, United are the most ridiculous club in football.
At the minute.
How does that happen?
At this moment in time.
I mean, you focused on City there, but like, as a United fan, it's actually good. It's quite useful to watch this game as an objective, fairly objective, like neutral, because United fans will be really happy, obviously. They've got Carrick in.
Well, yeah, of course you would be.
They've just beat their rivals 2-0. But
it's a derby.
Also, like, if I was a United fan, I won't be because I don't care. But, well, I won't be because but I'd be fuming. And they're not because they've just won. But where the fuck did that come from?
It came from the fact that...
From what?
The board at Man United, and this is the problem with Man United as a football club, the board and the way the club's run, and everyone knows this, it's the Glazers, they've been saying it for years, it's fucking terrible. Sir Alex Ferguson was single-handedly, he was that football club. He was the reason why that football club did well, right? It's like, compare them to Arsenal, right? If Arsenal weren't well run, yeah, when Wenger left, we would be in the same situation that United are in now. We could have been manager after manager getting they've appointed the wrong manager 100 times over.
Yeah.
They should have stuck with Moyes. They should have given him more time. Honestly, they've had an absolute fucking disaster.
No,
they're a shambles.
Because
they're a shambles.
Yeah. We think about managers like having projects, but really, it's really boring.
What is their interview process?
Yeah, but it's not very sexy, is it? But it's
fucking hell.
the top that is important at your football club.
Yeah.
A manager can come and go.
Exactly.
Like, I wouldn't want
players.
this, but Arteta...
Arteta
leave.
could leave tomorrow and we'd hire Xavi Alonso or someone like that. We'd hire a fucking world-class manager and we'd be fine.
We probably would be
We'd be
okay,
fine.
yeah.
We'd probably
But I
win
mean, obviously, you want a good manager, but my point is like, it's what's going to stop United from ever progressing is that they're
the
clueless.
owners. They're
They are
clueless. And yes, I think Michael Carrick actually is a good appointment. I was quite... If I was a United fan, I'd be quite happy with that as an interim manager. I think he's the right choice. I thought he was the only choice. I think if they bought in Solskjaer again, I would have been like, what the fuck is going on? It's embarrassing.
You can't do that.
But honestly, like, it seems like... I mean, what is their interview process? I mean, to reel them off, Van Gaal, Ten Hag and Amorim have to be three of the worst appointments I've ever seen.
Really?
Yes, there were Ten Hag and Amorim,
Yeah, but he won an FA Cup, finished top four.
Oh my fucking god. For
No,
Man United, they should be doing way better.
Both of those managers were up and coming. They weren't bad appointments. They were bad for Man United, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say.
Exactly.
No. But their interview process is
shit.
They're not bad managers, are they? The point is that they don't have.
They don't know what
a plan.
they need.
They don't have a plan.
They don't have a plan.
They don't know what they. They're like these people. They're kind of like if a kid ran a football club and you just go right. He looks good. He's
On
got
paper,
on
yeah.
paper. Bring him in. I mean, the thing with Amorim is that like they went to this 5 at the back, and now they're gonna have to revert from that.
They
and they looked a lot better with the 4
it's
at the back.
It's not hard to revert from a 5 to a 4 at the back.
No,
Fucking
but
hell. I mean, they've
they
got a lot
started
of
buying
attacking
players
options.
that.
Yeah, but
that
they
fit
weren't
that.
that far in. If I'm being honest, like that appointment, I'd be frustrated as a Man United fan. But at the end of the day, like you've just basically wasted. With Ten Hag and Amorim, it set them back like.
But the thing is,
5.
this is what's
They're
going
easy.
to.
They
I
could-
said this to you, right? I said they'll bring in Carrick. He's going to do well.
Yeah.
They'll permanently. They'll have him permanent.
They won't permanent him.
I think they might.
They won't.
If he does well, United fans are loyal. They'll get behind the manager. He used to be, club legend-ish. He's not like Keane, is he? But he's won stuff with them. Good player, good professional, and he'll do well. They'll appoint him. No, you can clip this up. They'll appoint him, and then the same thing will happen again, and we'll be back. We'll be back in this position in a year
I
or
actually
two.
think,
And then they'll go back for a name.
yeah.
They'll go back for a name manager, the next
Yeah.
up and coming manager, and then the same thing will happen until they get the Glazers out of that football club fully, and they get rid of that idiot Jim Ratcliffe as well. He hasn't got a clue.
Yeah.
He thinks because he can run a business, he can run a football club.
It's not the same.
Yeah,
Yeah, I agree. It's like Gary Neville. He thought because he runs hotel football, he can run a football club. It's different, and I also shots fired. I also think that like
this moment in time,
Michael Carrick is a really good manager, and I think if given the job, I think he'd do okay. But is he an Arteta in terms of like I don't want to blow smoke up my own manager's arse in terms of, but he's one of the best managers in world football in terms of the details tactically. Like
But you need
is
to
Michael
do
Carrick
that
on
at
that
United.
level? No, but they need a manager of that. If they're going
Do
to
they?
invest, yes, of course they do.
So-
it's Manchester United.
but you had Ten Hag, who was that
Fucking
kind of
hell.
manager. You had
No, I
Amorim.
meant in terms of they need
What do they need?
them to have the footballing brains of a fucking pea. You actually think they're good managers tactically and stuff? I mean, Amorim said,
What are you on
Amorim.
about? Oh my god, they were.
Arteta came into Arsenal.
my
He
God.
played a 5 at the back. He is adaptable. He's got common
Hag
sense.
was
He
not a bad
knows the
manager,
Premier
was he?
League. They need to employ someone who knows the Premier League, who's a good fucking manager.
So do you
and
think
who's
Van
not
Gaal? Do you think Van Gaal was bad? Mourinho were bad,
Mourinho was a great appointment for them.
right? But my point is that all of them,
need
by
someone who
some
knows the Premier
metrics, were failures. That's
They need
the
someone who
point I'm
knows the
trying to
Premier League. They need someone who's either played in the Premier League as a player or has been around the block. And they need a man I know I'm just going to chuck his name out, but Xavi Alonso would be a great appointment. He's
No,
not going to go to
why
United.
would it? Why would Xavi Alonso be
He's
good?
playing in the Premier League.
Big deal.
He's
What, about
respected.
20 years ago? No.
He's respected. I think
Yeah,
part
he's
of the reason.
respected.
I think the part of the reason why Amorim and Ten Hag didn't do well is because they're not respected. They haven't got aura. I know this thing about aura.
Mourinho was respected, and
exactly.
he never won anything.
He did
though.
so well.
Well, he did win.
He's
so
one of
he
their
won
best
Europa League and
managers
he won-
ever.
No, what? Well, yeah,
After Sir Alex Ferguson, he's the most successful manager. What are you talking
yeah,
about?
no, I agree, but he still failed.
Because they got rid of him.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I mean because of the upstairs. I don't get why this is an argument.
It's
My
an
point-
argument because I'm just saying they need someone like a Mourinho. They need someone who's proven in the Premier League, at least as a player or a manager. They need someone who's got
But
balls,
it wouldn't
who's
do
got
anything
aura.
because they're
Of
not
course
going to
it
back
would.
him. They're not going to back him.
They'll back him.
No, they won't.
They're fucking
What I'm
spend so
saying
much
is not
fucking
as,
money.
not as in financially. I'm talking about when push comes to shove. You know, if the manager starts to speak out against the way the decisions that are being made up top, the way the football clubs run, they will get rid of him straight away. It's no coincidence. This is what we're talking about the other day.
It's the same with Chelsea.
No, but it's no coincidence that when Arteta, and yeah, we can talk about Chelsea, that's another good example. When Arteta started doing well and when he came in, we also had a change in the structure of our club. Josh Kroenke got more involved. We changed Gazidis was gone. And then we started doing well. Chelsea, they had Abramovich, successful model, whatever you think about it, they were successful for years. As soon as it goes, they bring in this, venture capital group, and they haven't got a clue.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, look,
they need to get rid of the Glazers.
The bad sign is before Amroon left, the day before he got sacked, he said to the board basically that they're shit. He basically said, I want to be the manager, I'm the manager, not the coach. They were looking for a coach, and let's segue on to Chelsea now. They're the exact... And by the way, just to touch on United, I think they played fantastically well. But yeah, I agree. I don't think it's sustainable. They'll probably just do the same cycle until they change the board. Same with Chelsea, right? As soon as Maresca said something about the Chelsea board, he was gone, right? And now they've got in some fucking yes man. And yes, he's a very similar... Carrick is very similar to Rose Petal or Rosenwar or Rosenor. Rosina. He's a PE teacher.
Why? Why is it?
Michael Carrick and
Liam...
Liam...
in terms of their aura?
Michael Carrick and Liam Rosina would not look out of place in a GCSE.
This is ridiculous. This is just... Any football manager might not look out of place in a PE group.
No.
Well, not in
they
with
fucking
the kids.
would. Are you fucking mental?
Who wouldn't?
Yeah, if Arteta was my fucking PE teacher...
Yeah.
Mate, no, I'm sorry. Like Mourinho and these managers like Klopp, do you think they would look? They would suit a fucking like Pep Guardiola? Do you think they'd look like a PE teacher and rolling his spit around?
Yeah,
all the
if
time?
he was at Ashfield School with a fucking tracksuit on, yeah.
No. Or
what do you mean? This is it.
The way they speak, the way they come across.
Liam Rossini's have been bantered because it's exactly that's the point. Off. No, that's the point. What you're saying is it's not about the management. That's the point.
That is part of management.
No, managing is man and aging, right?
What does that mean?
So you're literally aging men.
What? Wait.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never thought about it.
A philosopher said that.
Wait, so say that again.
Managing is man and aging, right? So
men aging.
It's about little boys aging.
So it's about aging men. It's about turning boys into men.
Yeah, exactly. So
he could be world class. I actually think that's probably one of the best football quotes ever.
Well, it's not just football quote, it's philosophy.
Think about some of the best football quotes of all time. Like, I don't know, fucking
football heritage.
Yeah, I don't have any football quotes, so...
Anyway, my point is that basically what you're saying is this would have
been a good clip, Josh. You need to switch on a bit more, mate.
I think you've got enough. It was a bit milk.
It wasn't,
you started going,
mate.
Say that again?
I didn't say that again once.
You literally did. Watch this back.
Fuck off then. Whatever.
You literally went, what? What was that?
Because it's funny, it's sarcasm.
Yeah, no, you've got enough there.
I haven't. It's about 10 seconds because you fucking... Oh,
10
I can't
seconds.
even clip that.
News flash, you fucking old boomer. That's how long a TikTok is. You
10 seconds, it's not fucking Vine.
Yeah, it basically is. Honestly, do you think that people watch more than 3 seconds of that
Foden clip?
Half the
Foden
fuckers on the
clip was
Foden
1
clip commented, oh, I can't believe you guys think that. They didn't even watch to the end.
Yes, but then when they watch it to the end, that's what made it viral, you twat.
No, most of them were commenting.
Half
our comments.
All the laughing faces.
Half our comments were people raging.
All the laughing faces. Yeah, but no, they're not.
This
all the
guy's a
laughing
fool.
faces.
This guy is a fool.
You're a fucking in denial twat.
I'm
Most of them were after.
Most of them were before.
Fuck off,
most
Josh.
of them were people
let's
commenting.
just give up then.
Most of
you
them
don't
people...
want to try and make another viral clip, just
we're
give up
writing a
then.
podcast. We're making a podcast. We're not making a clip farm.
We need to fucking get more followers on this podcast. It's not a podcast, is it? It's us two sat on a fucking sofa with a scarf.
We might as well make scripts and sit here and just fucking read stuff.
That's what we're doing at the end, you twat. You have to be fucking serious about. You can't. We're going to be sat here until we're 50 years old on mum's fucking sofa, going nowhere if we don't actually try to clip farm. And I'm saying it can still be funny. It's about fucking improv, mate. That Foden clip was gold. I tried to do it there.
Yeah,
with Liam
but it was
Rossini,
natural.
And you fucking bottled
it was natural at the time.
We got what?
I
fucking,
didn't think in my head. Star.
Yeah, but Thing is, it's natural, but once you've got it is, and the thing is, I was still being natural.
But it was too much
in
for
my
me.
head. I thought,
You took me out of it.
Oh fuck's sake!
You took me out of it.
Well, sorry, I'll improve. I'll try. What I'll do is I'll try to think in my
You broke
head.
the fourth wall. You
I didn't look at the camera.
No, but it's the way you were like.
Say that again. Fuck's
Not like
sake.
that.
I don't think
Watch
it was
this
even
clip
that
back.
bad.
Now, that was quite a funny podcast. For those that like the podcast, this is great podcasting.
Yeah, it's just annoying though, because I think that could have been a good clip and you just bottled it halfway through. Like, I can edit it. Like, if I get to a bit and I think, God, you've tried way too hard there, I'll just fucking cut it
Well,
out.
also, hold on. I said, like other good football quotes. I went football heritage. You went, I ain't even got a quote.
No, I didn't know that was even a quote, football heritage.
It's one of the. It's Jose Munoz. Me 3.
We could have done this one as well.
More than you believe, I'm happy. You aren't showing it. I'm so happy, believe me.
Right,
I'm so
Liam
happy.
Rossini. Anyway, let's get back to the actual podcast.
Yeah.
What you're saying is he's going to be bad because he looks bad. That's your point, isn't it? And that's what Twitter's basically
Look,
decided.
mate, it's
isn't
life. That's life.
He's got
you know
the
what I mean?
Graham
If you're
Po- he's
good
been Graham
looking,
Pottered.
if you're good looking, it's like, why the fuck are most pop stars and all that lot good looking? Because it's just a fact. Like, it's fucking aura, mate. Why am I such a successful podcaster? Fucking aura. At the end of the day, like, no, I genuinely think that it could be okay, but just on looks, you know, it's the eye test. It's like the same with players. You just think he ain't got it.
Well,
he
what-
ain't got it.
Do you
Whatever
remember
it is,
that Joe Cole clip? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I love that appointment because the memes that this past week have been fucking amazing.
Genius.
Absolutely amazing.
Genius.
And that man he's the LinkedIn, that's what he is. He's a LinkedIn merchant. He's a LinkedIn manager.
final boss.
He's a LinkedIn manager.
Yeah, he is the first AI LinkedIn manager of the Premier League. And there's going to be more. So get fucking
is
used
he
to it.
AR?
I don't know. Genuinely, this bloke is fucking AR.
Had the Chelsea ball go, we need someone we can
Genuinely.
control.
We need a fucking AR.
I reckon they'll hide him off LinkedIn.
Yeah, they are.
I
He
reckon
applied
he
on
posts
LinkedIn.
loads on.
Blake sent his CV on LinkedIn. Yeah, you must have.
Fucking hell.
Fuck me.
They've looked at his profile. They've gone, look at all his key skills. They've looked
Yeah.
at his like endorsements. They've gone, fucking hell.
Endorsed by Jay
On his
Comfrey.
endorsement, they've got High Performance Podcast 2012
Yeah.
2013. On it, it's got public speaking,
Yeah.
man management,
Yeah.
fucking Excel, Microsoft Word.
Yeah,
fucking,
he's
literally a LinkedIn manager, mate.
Microsoft Office, he's got that.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
So what I've done is, guys, I reckon like he gets them in and he goes, I've created this spreadsheet on Excel and we can all have a look at this. We can have a look at what we're doing right, what we're doing wrong.
Yeah.
Reese, I bet he calls Reese James Reese, but it's like, Reese, you come up here. You're captain. Just want you to do a little speech, rally the boys together. I bet you it says stuff like, I bet he says like rally the boys.
But yeah, my thing is
Proper
like
LinkedIn manager. He's just cringe.
he just
man.
comes across as disingenuous.
Yeah.
Like that's what we're all kind of.
I don't think
that's-
he is though. But I think he's
but
trying
no,
too hard.
but
Like
that's
Potter.
that's it. If he's trying too hard, then
Potter.
surely he's not genuine.
Exactly.
And if
It's
you're
like us on
trying,
this podcast.
exactly, it's like you with that clip.
Yeah. Say that again. You want to squeeze? You want to?
You want to go off on
wanna
you want to
squeeze off on a man?
Yeah, no, he'll be fine, and he will get sacked eventually because all the Chelsea managers.
Wait, hang on. He'll be fine, and he will get sacked.
No, because every Chelsea manager,
Get sacked.
you know, every political
manager
career
gets
ends in
sacked.
failure. You know,
Yeah. Why would you be a football player or a coach when you know ultimately you're going to get sacked? What's the point?
well, yeah, you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
That's Arteta, mate. This season, I'm telling you now. Fuck
What?
me.
I'm gonna win a title, and he's
No. You either die if he loses the
no,
title
you know who
this
it
year.
fucking was? It was Arsene Wenger,
Yeah,
That's
that,
who
he was
that
the
fucking
epitome
was.
of that.
and you know what?
bless
It might
him.
be Pep because that bloke's lost his head.
He's complete.
He's
No,
lost his head.
he's
Now
got
he's
this thing.
losing
In
his
by the
fucking
way,
head.
can we
It's
address?
this- yeah, let's do it. I know what you're gonna say.
This,
Say it.
This is worse than Ashley Young swallowing that pigeon shit.
Because he only did that once. Yeah. He didn't make a habit of it.
What is Pep Guardiola doing with his spit?
I don't know.
And I haven't seen anyone talk about this publicly.
No.
Only
media,
the media don't
are
speak
quiet.
about this.
No.
What is this thing he does with his spit?
How does he do it? Oh, that's it. Oh, that's and that's really bad. You don't have to do that. No.
What
right,
is that?
stop
So
it.
he's scraping his tongue of the spit on it, and then
Is that what
he
he's
goes,
doing? No, right. Yeah, you don't have to show it. We've seen it all. We've all
I'll
seen
zoom
it.
in on
We
it.
see it every week.
I'll zoom in on it.
Yeah.
But is it a tick? Is it a medical problem?
I I don't know.
Is it anxiety? Is it just something he enjoys? Does he enjoy it?
I think
Is it hurting him?
Pep is a little bit
Mental.
I think he might be neurodivergent. Yeah.
What does that mean?
I think that he is. I just think
On the
the way
spectrum.
potentially. I just think the way he reacts, the way he interacts. I think he's fascinating. I don't know.
Because people are calling him a genius, and I guess that is one of the traits of a genius is that they do strange things. Do you know what I mean?
wondered where you were going with it. Yeah, they do. You know, and he's just he is a weird creature. Like the way he. I remember when he scratched his head because he lost, and he's like self-harming his bald head. I think he's really weird. I find his interactions really weird on the pitch. I think like the way he goes up to his players and he's like, he grabs them after the game and he's like,
he really grabs them.
yeah, and it's just strange, man.
Yeah.
But that spit thing is abhorrent.
It needs to be stopped.
Yeah.
Stop it now.
Yeah.
Genuinely though, like if
It's
someone
minging
can,
though, but
like,
in what other like career? Think about it. Like what other field of work or whatever part of average human life would you see a bloke doing that and you'd say, mate, that's fucking minging?
is no one?
Like, you'd
I'm
say
surprised as a report. Like, I'm surprised no one's gone player, coaching staff. Do you realise you do? There's no one that said to him like, "What is that you do it?" Like if I was a player in the dressing room, half time, we're losing 1-0 to. Oh no, sorry, full time 2-0. Yeah, I get in the dressing room. He's fucking fuming. He's pacing around the changing room. He goes, "Has anyone got anything to say about this game?" And I put my hand up and I go, "Yeah." What the fuck is that you doing with your spit? And can you stop it?
Distracting me. Yeah. That's why Grealish didn't ever make it.
Why did we lose this game 2-0?
I think Grealish knew.
Grealish was like, this guy's a freak.
Because he was playing on that left.
Yeah.
So he must have seen it.
And every time he's going, Grealish! Jaya! Stop it! And he's spitting at him. And he's like, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to purposely play shit. Do you think Grealish purposely played shit to escape because he couldn't be dealing with the spit thing? Like, it's disgusting, man. And honestly, it's the main reason. But aside from the charges, which they've got away with, it seems like, because it's being delayed for another year, even though
and no one speaks about that anymore.
We don't speak.
Nobody talk.
Nobody talk. Let me talk.
Let me talk.
But yeah, listen. I think what were we even talking about?
The reason why Man City aren't going to win the league is because number one, Pep spit. They haven't got a De Bruyne. Rodri's finished. Haaland's only good when he's got service. Donnarumma's bowling, and until he shaves his head, he's fucked, and he's not. So yeah, I just think that's why City aren't going to win it. Liam Rosinha is a LinkedIn.
Let's
LinkedIn
go
AI
there,
bot.
but the aura thing is important, right, in football, and it's so.
Of course it is.
Look,
Xavi
an
Alonso at
image.
Real Madrid.
Yeah, he had a bit of.
As in, like, he
an
didn't
aura.
have the respect of the players for whatever reason. It didn't transcend, whereas Carlo Ancelotti had that transmit.
He didn't transcend
into them. Yeah, but I think Arteta does that sometimes.
He didn't go into the fucking
is
dressing
so
room and
far.
fucking
Arteta is so
transcend
far
into the-
outside
into
his
the
technical
fabric of
area.
the
He
universe.
stands there and he's like, he's inside Rice's body and he's playing.
Yeah, that's what it is,
He's
and that's
put
why we're
chips
so
in there.
average.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
That's why we're so saved.
Arteta was a great professional,
Yeah.
and good player.
No, but genuinely, like, what the fuck was I going on about?
I don't know. This has gone.
Liam Rosinha.
No, we're talking about aura, and I think it's an
Yeah,
important
aura,
thing
yeah,
because
yeah,
I think aura is massively important for if you're going to be successful or not.
Yeah.
And if you've, like, there's so many times in football where it just looks wrong. Emery at Arsenal, like,
Graham
it just looked
Potter at
wrong.
Arsenal. Graham Potter at Chelsea. That was fucking
there's just
wrong.
so many, and Liam Rosinha gives me that. I just think though, like, he's too cringe.
The
He's
reason
just
why
too
I think
cringe.
the reason why I think he'll do
too
well, he won't do well, he'll do okay, is because they'll back him to the hilt. Because
Well,
he's
'cause
part
they've
of
spent
their-
billions of
He's
pounds.
part of their
How
program.
bad can you be with Chelsea?
He's part of their AI LinkedIn program.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
He might do really well. He might
yeah.
transcend.
Well, they'll cycle through. They'll sell everyone, so he does well. They'll get him in loads of LinkedIn players as well.
He's got those glasses as
Like,
well.
who's a LinkedIn player?
My
Declan Rice is a
theory
LinkedIn
is
player
that
today,
he
to be
doesn't
fair.
need glasses, and he's watched, like...
He's got them fake ones.
Isn't there like a TED talk about how wearing glasses... It's probably TEDx, but like wearing glasses instantly makes people think that you're smarter than you are.
Yeah.
So like it will make you...
Also,
it's the
saying
fine
things,
margins.
saying acronyms and things that don't make sense makes you appear smarter too, like man and age manager. Like that. What is that? That's not even a thing. That doesn't even mean that.
I felt a bit sorry for him, like when we were watching
The FA Cup game.
Chelsea, Chelsea. That's got a good ring to it.
Yeah.
he was like,
The camera
there was
on
more,
him
yeah,
more
than
than
the game.
There was more coverage of him just
than
doing this.
Yeah, genuinely.
And it's like,
No,
to be
but-
honest, he wasn't even doing anything that out of the ordinary, really.
No, but he's really annoying me actually now I think about it, because I saw a video of Chelsea. I'm glad you mentioned this about Liam Messina, because he seems fine, but then he does this thing where I saw him on a training pitch video, and he goes up to like Pedro, and Pedro's just minding his own business, and then he kicks the ball under Pedro's feet, and Pedro's like, you know, he's playing with and then he grabs Pedro like this, and he's like. And I just think, fuck, man.
I'm like, don't fucking.
This guy's known
I
it for
paid 35
they've known
quid
each
for
other for
this
3
haircut.
days. What other realm of
grabbing
work?
him by-
This is the other thing. Football's so weird, isn't it?
Imagine
Like,
you
what
coming to
other
work,
fucking
third day at
in.
work, and your manager goes, "You done fucking good." You did.
Yeah.
See that presentation?
Yeah.
You fucking smashed. You like
Fucking weird, isn't it? And then your other fucking managers.
Yeah.
Your
go
boss
into
in
work,
the office.
Your boss is having a coffee, and he's like, he's just stood there going, yeah, typing.
You'd all be sacked, wouldn't you? Fuck me. What a weird fucking.
Oh, people hate Arteta. You know why?
Because he's
'Cause
fucking normal.
perfect.
Yeah.
He's not even normal.
No, he's not
perfect.
normal, actually.
He's not normal, but he's perfect. And that's why they hate him. Like all
But
the
it's
Forest fans. I was sat next to
weirdly-
a Forest fan. He was like, "Oh, Teta, you prick." It was dead funny, right? I was in the Forest end, and it was so funny, right?
Sorry.
Because like everyone else was quiet, mainly in the family area, and there was this bloke. Shout out to Sean,
There's
that got my
always
ticket,
one.
by the way.
Yeah.
Sat next to me, and he was like, he's white. He was like, "I'll tell you about Arsenal." And I was right. I was sat right here. He was like, I was fucking leg to leg. He was
Yeah.
like, "They're fucking scum." He was like, honestly, most Premier League teams, I don't mind. Everyone fucking hates Arsenal.
They do.
And every time like something happened, he'd get up and be like, "Fuck off." He said to Gyökeres, he was like, "You fat bastard." He was like, keep him on. Honestly, he hated Arsenal. I've never seen anyone hate Arsenal more. It was really funny. So that's why I was like praying we'd score to see his reaction, because he would have been, but he was like buzzing with that result. Good result for us as well. But
Yeah,
it
well
was just
done,
funny
Forest.
because like some of the
Well
comments about
fucking
like
done.
Arteta, everyone was like, when he walked down the tunnel, everyone was like, "Fuck off, Lego head." People hate him.
Got a Lego head, to be fair.
Yeah. But
That's
people,
what I mean. It's
people
too.
really
Lego head's a
hate him.
great insult. And that's
But
why
like,
it's
do you see
called-
let's touch on that podcast. That podcast. I'm sorry. Like
What
we talk
podcast?
about let's make podcast equipment more expensive. We get that commented. Fucking comment on this podcast. That podcast with Paddy McGuinness and Paul Scholes.
Fuck me.
Get that fucking terminated now. Did you see that clip
Genuinely.
about Arteta?
Yeah.
It was terrible.
Who the fuck's listens to that? Can I ask as well?
Someone
What
is.
grown? You know, this is actually. You know, it's up there with the masked
Probably
singer.
Paul Scholes when he's sucking his daughter's
No.
toe.
Yeah. It's up there with the masked singer of who the fuck commissioned it and who goes to see it. I was watching the
I think
yeah.
we could.
No, but
who the fuck
watched-
commissioned
who-
this?
Yeah, well, we did. I can answer you that.
There was no.
Who the
That's
fuck
about him now.
thought-
Like you know the only good thing about traditional media was it was filtered and
No,
like
this went through a huge process of people being
the Armchair
like,
podcast.
no, not ours, but other forms of
Yeah.
media. You
Well,
know,
I don't know.
other
I
things-
think
not
Paul
a huge
Scholes, Paddy
process.
Muniz just rang up Paul
No,
Scholes
no,
and went,
not
"Ah,
them.
mate.
Well, now I'm talking about the masked singer, but
Oh, fuck me.
I just think what actual sad bastard that has a live audience. Who buys tickets to that? Because you surely have to pay.
Yeah.
It's the same. It's
well,
on the
no,
same level.
it's free.
Who
You sign
listens
up
to that podcast with fucking the bloke with the teeth, and that other Josh Widdicombe? Who listens to that?
The,
It's not
the
football,
meal,
mate.
the meal one.
The Meal Brothers, is that what they're called?
No, but that's one of the most. By the way, that podcast makes millions.
How?
Some podcasts, I'm telling you now, that's
But they're
why
so
we do.
average.
I know, but we are. Though,
Like Josh
really.
Widdicombe, I don't get it.
To be honest,
Can
though,
someone explain
I
Josh
did,
Widdicombe
I
to
did stand-up comedy. It's dead hard.
No, I'm not talking about. It's not. They're not doing stand-up comedy, are they? They're on a podcast.
I don't know because they've already got names and stuff, and people just go, "Oh, listen to that because I'm bored."
Yeah.
And that's literally it. And if you listen to this, you're a sad cunt and you're bored. And that's literally the only reason you listen to it. You should be doing something else.
Yeah.
But thanks for listening
Well,
anyway.
back to the football one. Yeah. I mean, I don't. Paddy McGuinness is just annoying. Paul Scholes a miserable fucker. Paul Scholes. Have you ever seen him smile? He goes like that. When he just smiles,
I've seen
he
him
goes,
smile.
Yeah. Well. yeah. We all have. But yeah, when he smiles, he goes like that. Wow.
Yeah,
He's one of those blokes.
he's so-
I think he
he's-
thinks he's really hard as well. I get that impression.
Like, if you was on the Rapids at Centre Parks and you accidentally bumped into his daughter, I reckon he'd try and bang you out.
Yeah.
I reckon he'd be like, the fuck you did? Mate, I'm just on the mate, it happens. It's the
I'm on
Rapids.
Rapids,
and he'd be
mate.
like, let's go outside. Let's go. Let's do it then. People listen to this every week. 30 viewers on my last one, mate. Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to dive into the stats. I'm not sure. I don't think anyone's actually ever listened to a full episode. Please comment down below, by the way.
Really
on this one, I want you to comment. If anyone has listened or watched on
That's
YouTube
how
or
we know.
Spotify, this was how we know. Comment now.
0
Stop
comments.
it. Pause it. Pause it now.
We're pretty much done.
Pause it now.
anyway.
Pause it now. Right, you're back.
We
You're
don't
back.
need to
You're
pause,
back.
'cause
Okay,
they
great. No,
paused
you're
it.
back. You're back. Yeah, so they've commented. So we'll know now. And it'll be so sad looking back and knowing that no one even gets this far. Because I think the best bit is towards the end.
It always is best.
And people are missing out big time. You
Yeah.
know, after that shitty Arsenal chat about, where's Eze play best and all that stuff, it gets really
this
good.
is the juicy stuff.
I can't wait to put that clip out about Liam Rosewater, by the way. It's going to be so funny.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's about
Is there
it.
anything else to talk? I think that's it, isn't it? I
Yeah,
think that'll do
that's
for
it. I
today.
can't be asked to talk
No,
about
I
Tottenham
can't.
because
I
they're
can't.
just
No,
irrelevant.
Tottenham, by the way.
They'll sack that bloke, surely.
Dead funny as well, looking back. You know, like start of the season, I was like, you watch Tottenham. Thomas Frank is...
Has anything you've said become true? Have you made one prediction that was good?
That was the true definition of a delectable medley of footballing splendour. It was sensational.
That's me.
That's it.
But yeah, do you need to really, like, let's be honest, like, you can't predict anything.
No, so
So
you might as well just say anything.
I can say, I'm going to say anything. So,
Yeah.
you could say, Haaland's not going to score again for the rest of the season.
Well, Rory Jennings said that once, and he said he'd be a flop and no one gives a shit.
Exactly what they do. People remember that. And people will remember Liam LinkedIn.
Senior.
No, to be honest, he's getting a lot of shit, and like he will continue
It's
to get a lot
bullying.
of shit.
It's
It's bullying.
bullying.
It's cyberbullying. It's bullying. No, it is. It's not funny. Like,
It's not
it is
big and
bullying.
it's not clever.
It's
It
not.
is
It's not
cyberbullying.
like it is cyberbullying.
I'm posting that on LinkedIn.
I think we should say 10 things we can learn about Liam Rossini's appointment at Chelsea.
Yeah.
And the first thing is cyberbullying.
Yeah.
And it's not big and it's not clever.
It's not on.
And like, it's really funny. Let's all talk
But
about.
think about it.
Think about it.
him.
He's going to go home and he's going to open Twitter or he's going to listen to this podcast and be like, he's going to question his identity and who he is. And he's going to start thinking, if anything, it's going to make him worse.
I think-
Because he'll either double down or he'll just become a shell of a man.
Keep going.
Keep going, mate.
Yeah.
You be you. You keep doing it, mate. Because it'll probably work out for you.
Listen, you're a Chelsea manager, so
Yeah. Who's laughing?
Who are we?
Who are we? We're just a bunch of bums sat on my mum's sofa. I'm bold. So there you go.
There you go. Enough said. All right.
Yeah.
Cheers, guys.
Thanks for listening
That was
to
a
this
good
one. And we'll see you next
Back
week.
on
Back on form.
on track.
Yeah. See you in a bit.
Back in black.
What?